So when you have a bunch of operations in a single statement, the order in which we have to perform the operations is always from left to right. Just like how we write stuff from left to right, mathematical operations are also done from left to right. But the first operation that you need to take care of would be whatever item or operation that you have inside a parentheses. That is the first thing that you have to do. The second thing is to take care of the exponential term. The third is multiplication and division in order of occurrence and left to right. So you do multiplication and division in the order they happen from left to right. Addition, subtraction, same, in the order of occurrence from left to right. If you follow this particular order of operation, which is the standard, we'll all get the same answer. So this is very crucial. If you put parentheses in the right places, we don't have to worry about order of operations. So there is an easier way to remember this. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. P-E-M-D-A-S, PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S. So PEMDAS would give you the order of operations in which you've got to simplify an expression. So let's say we want to do a simple one, 3 minus 7 minus 1. So here you have 3 followed by -7 and -1 multiplied. The nice thing here is there is nothing to simplify inside that part. No exponential terms, we can skip that part. Now we do have multiplication, so I'm going to go from left to right. So -7 times -1, +7. Now I end up with an expression that has addition and subtraction, left to right, 3 plus 7, 10. So we have 2 minus 6 squared minus 1. So according to Shin's rule, the first thing that we need to take care of is whatever we have inside. So we'll have to take care of that first. So we have 2 minus 6, which is -4 squared, 3 minus 1, 2 squared. From earlier, when we have a square, and if I have the square of a negative number, the answer is always positive. So 4 squared minus 2 squared, 16 minus 4, we get 12. Now, my advice to students always is, if you have an exponent, no matter what exponent you have, put that inside parentheses. That's just my advice always, because that helps you or prevents you from making mistakes. But let's go ahead and perform order of operations. First things that we need to take care of would be the exponents, because PEMDAS, no parentheses here. So we just have to take care of the exponent. First, 64 minus 16 divided by 4 times 4 minus 5. Now we have division and multiplication. So we have to go from left to right. So as I go from left to right, if multiplication was first, I would do multiplication. But there is no multiplication, I just have division. So 64 minus 64 divided by 4 is 4 times 4 minus 5. We take care of addition and subtraction at the very end. So once again, I'm going to go from left to right. There is no division. All I have is multiplication. So I simply have to multiply 64 minus 16 minus 5, which would give me 48 minus 5. So the answer is 43. So 10 squared minus 100, 5 squared times 2 with a division. And that is my expression. There is nothing to simplify inside the parentheses. It's just the number -3. So no need to worry about the parentheses part. I do 100 minus 100 divided by 25 times 2 minus times mine. Well, let me not skip that step. And that's what we would have. Common mistake, people would say 100 minus 100, answer is 0. Now, this is where, you know, people get riled up on Facebook or social media. It is not 0. You've got to perform things in order. We're going to do addition and subtraction at the very. So the thing that we've got to focus on is multiplication and division. As I go from left to right, I'm not going from right to left, I'm going from left to right. The first thing that occurs is a division. Mind you, if there was a multiplication and a division as you go from left to right, you will take care of the multiplication, go to the division. So you've got to be in order. So since there is no multiplication, I'm going to do the division first. And negative times -3 is +3. Before we get into addition or subtraction, of the multiplication part, (100 minus 8 is 92, plus 3, we get 95. Okay, let's say what this would come to. So order of operations. So you start with 64 and you go from left to right. So 14 divided by 7 needs to be taken care of first. But you look at the second term, you have 2 divided by 2. Excuse me, 2 divided by 4. But we need to go from left to right. So as I go from left to right, 14 divided by 7 comes first. So 2. We have to multiply and then divide by 4. We'll take care of addition and subtraction at the end. So in order, I go from left to right. So 64 minus 2 times 2, 4 divided by 4, minus times minus, plus 2. We have to take care of the division first. Minus 4 over 4 is 1, plus 2. 64 minus 1 is 63, plus 2, you get 65. So we have to go from left to right. We have to take care of whatever that is inside the parentheses first. So inside the parentheses, I have 3 squared plus 8 times 2. But in terms of our rule, we take care of the exponent first, then do the multiplication. So 3 squared is 9. 8 times 2, 16. The very last should be addition and subtraction. So 125 divided by 9 plus 16, 25. You have to go from left to right. Multiplication and division comes first. Later, it would go to addition and subtraction. So 125 divided by 25 is 5, plus 25. So the final answer is 30. So we go from left to right, but we take care of the parentheses items first. So the term that we start with should be the first one, left to right, 2 times 4, 8. Left to right, 8 times 2, 16. And the parentheses -3 squared. You get positive, you simply have 3 squared, which is 9. 24, take care of the addition inside, divided by 4, plus 16, minus 9. Left to right, no multiplication here. So we first divide, then we move on to addition and subtraction. divide 24 by 4, 6, plus 16 minus 9. Left to right, 6 plus 16, 22 minus 9. 22 minus 9 is 13.